quick, tell me where we're at with Stradman's car.
We're gonna do an update on Strad's car. We didn't meet Christmas, so I'm just gonna put that out there. I'll just start with that because I don't wanna have any more further upset Strad fans or anything like that. Because for the last video, hopefully that lets you guys kind of get a little bit more involved, a little bit more understanding of like what challenges are, and there's when it comes to anything going on, other businesses are going through similar challenges and stuff like that. Strad's car is we don't build 5 liters anymore. One of the big challenges with the 5 liter platform is availability of parts, and they're unless someone has them on their own shelf, there's just not that many parts available anymore, and it's a big challenge. So we've explained this, we've gone over this, we've told you guys about this a bunch of times. But the other to continue with that is even machine shops tend to not want to touch those motors because of the liability. And if anything happens with them, you don't want to be on the hook for a block or anything like that they can't find. So we have a machine shop, they're awesome, but they're like that. And it's like I've talked to plenty of them. I've reached out to a bunch of people, months ago when I was dealing with all my stuff, and I was trying to get this ball rolling and make this happen. No machine shop was willing to take on the motor or the build. They just simply said no. So, or I was trying to convince certain people, and they just wouldn't do it. So I convinced our machine shop, the one that we've been working with for years, to take it on. And originally we thought that Strad's car is just a bearing, and that pretty much is what it was. It was a rod bearing that started going, but also in addition to that, one of his factory sleeves was cracked. We don't even know why, because the car still ran. The car drove. It just started having really bad knock, like we've explained to you guys plenty of other times. So we had to last minute get sleeves made, get the block sleeve, change directions, and get a bunch of other things handled, which was in September-ish that kind of happened, but no one had sleeves on the shelf. So we actually had to get sleeves made for his motor, which a lot of these other shops that work on other cars, like any other car you can think of, you can call almost anybody, and most likely you can call another shop and they'll even have sleeves on the shelf. Because don't forget, this is not a 5.2 motor. I'll never let that down, or I'll never not let that be stressed. It's not a 5.2 motor, even, let alone being a 5 liter motor. So we don't carry sleeves for that motor on shelf, because what's the point? Why have thousands of dollars of sleeves on a shelf for a motor that you might build once every few years? And most people don't even want to pay for sleeves, because it's thousands of dollars to sleeve one of these blocks. It's not like an Evo, or even an LS, or even like GTR motors. There's not a lot of stuff sitting around for these things. So we had to get sleeves. We were assured, we were told numerous times that we were going to have them on hand. We were, we had a lot of promises made to not only ourselves from machine shops and manufacturers, but we made promises obviously to Strad and you guys and all that stuff. So, and nothing worked in our favor. So I did everything I could to push it through, to make it happen. And, so we missed Christmas, but at the end of the day, with everything I've gone through, it's kind of like this, it's a car. The car is not more important than people's lives at certain points, and you guys can't forget that. So, but we're getting it done. The car's never stopped. The project's never stopped. Even with everything that I've gone through, nothing got held up, time frame wise, unless it was for some random reason, like not being able to get sleeves or get them made. or them not showing up on time. So as of right now, we just picked up the cylinder heads a couple days ago. So we have the completed cylinder heads. The block is sleeved. It's getting final machined. Finally it's sleeved, but it's getting like the next step is just to get it line-owned, decked, and then we got the crankset is getting balanced, and yeah, and I think they're speccing the rods, and then we're good. So by the time this video is out, we'll already have that stuff, because I'm picking that up Monday. We're picking it up tomorrow. So today's Sunday. I'm at the shop filming this Sunday for you guys. So we'll already have that, and we'll probably already be filming the next video with updates on that, and hopefully having the motor together and, making this build come to fruition for you guys and Strad especially. So, which he's been amazing. He's a great dude, and we couldn't have been luckier. We couldn't have gotten luckier to work with anyone better than Strad when it comes to this type of a project, because it's crazy, and I know there's a lot of other shops out there that have not only said this publicly or told people that the build shouldn't have taken this long and blah blah blah, but everyone's gonna say what fits their agenda at the end of the day. This is a big reason why I tend to stay quiet with a lot of stuff, and I just get through it and deal with everything and push through, and show more based on actions than words, because there's just a lot of people that don't understand this, and just for the sake of getting some publicity out of it or something out of it, it's just they'll just do or say whatever they think fits that would make them look good or whatever it is. There's other shops I'm sure shops like UGR and even like Hefner or Dallas that have started in the 5-liter era probably have a lot of those parts sitting on the shelf. Problem is they don't sell them to anybody, and then so there's a lot. It's going to be interesting to see when a lot of these new shops try to get into this world. This is our 7th year open in business. We're not new to this, and it'll be interesting when some of these shops try to take on some Gallardos thinking that, it's just another Lamborghini and everything's kosher and everything's good. It's just like everything else. And then all of a sudden they can't tune it without a Zyvex, or they can't find sleeves or an oil filter, or they can't find pistons or rods, or, anything that comes with it. It'll just be interesting. But because a lot of those guys are going to be the ones that, the ones that were saying stuff. So, which isn't cool, But there's been a lot of people that do understand, and a lot of, good positive stuff, and a lot of, people that have helped and, helped create this, or help make this situation better and helped us get through it too. So, there's just a lot. So in the next week or two, we should be getting that done. And that's what we're pushing for. That's one of the things that's on our list. We tried really hard to make it happen in December. And I've not only between calling our machine shop, I was showing up every day, every other day. And I was doing a lot just to make this happen, on top of everything else that we have and all the other cars in the shop, that have had their challenges or setbacks or, or successes, whichever it may have been. There's a lot that happened in this last 12 months that have just been, kind of crazy. And, if it works out, if these videos kind of work out well enough, we'll get more into those, and we'll explain, some more of the challenges and stuff. So of being in this business, being in this world, and, being kind of put on this pedestal because we just built the cars we build, rather than, just being able to build the cars that we love to build, and, and everyone being happy kind of stuff. So.
All right, in addition to everything that was just said, it is all back from the machine shop now, and it's all going to start getting worked on and coming back together. So follow along on YouTube and Instagram, and we'll see you later.